even know this song, but I just pulled up to my house and I'm like, this is talking about a big guy. I'm trying to see how I see the artist, because I usually listen to my Amazon Music playlist. So why is it not showing?
8800 now.
See, what the world? You know what? I'm about to get up off here. Why is it not showing the name of the song? All right, y'all. So I just came from the gym. I did my little Pilates, got my little stretch on. God is so good because, listen, he is slowing me down. I'm used to doing body pump and Zumba and rebounding and just moving so fast and jumping up and down and all that stuff. So being able to, you know, gain more mobility in my body and work on flexibility, that's exactly what I need. So I'm happy about that. Let me tell you. Okay. All right, y'all. So I'm going to try to be quick because it's raining. And I'm talking about it's raining bad. And I have to get some food and stuff out my trunk, my laptop bag and stuff out my trunk. Go in the house. And I could have made this video in the house, but I'm like, I like how it look in my car, you know, giving Batman Darth Vader. So here we go. I want to first of all say thank you to the few people. Now, I couldn't really respond the way I wanted to because, like I said, I've been busy and then I went to the gym. Thank y'all for reaching out because it is clear to me. It was already clear to me as a professional, as a social worker, right? Licensed social worker in Illinois. May get my license in Iowa if I stay here. But it is clear to me that we still don't understand trauma, mental illness, mental health, how trauma can induce mental health, how certain, just like, you know, okay, for example, I never knew I had arthritis in my back, but the symptoms was always there until I had an injury. And then I had herniated disc and they told me, you've always had arthritis in your back. Certain things and injuries will most times bring that out, you know, bring it to the forefront. I saw a video of a young lady. She had pledged Alpha Kappa Alpha, and I'm only using terms that most people are familiar with. So let me start off. This is a good segue. Let me start off by giving y'all, like how we do confidentiality. So I am not representing any organization. These are some facts, but opinions of my, you know, coming from my own. This is just me addressing some things real quick because I had made a Facebook status and it's still up. And I haven't had a chance to really respond, like I said, the way I wanted to, because I have been, and I see one of my sorors just commented on my status. I wanted to address a few things because I also posted the sad news about, I think his name is Caleb Wilson. If I click off my video, it's going to click it off. I'm not using Facebook Live, y'all. Right now, I'm using my personal video so I can have this for future references. But the young man that was online, obviously pledging Omega Sci-Fi, and they were saying that he died standing in line in a park, and come to find out, which, you know, most of us knew what was coming. We was hoping it wasn't coming. He was actually hazed. He was hazed in the warehouse, right? Okay, so let's put that right there. I've had a soror that's also born in the same month I'm born, November. She had just came back from Paris. I don't know the time frame, but she just died by suicide. She was in graduate school for psychology. Okay, this is all going someplace. I want y'all to understand what's led up to my status and how I feel, how I'm feeling. Then the Kayla Wilson thing. Now, mind you, I don't think I've ever... It's a lot of stuff that I've personally experienced that I've put to the back of my mind. And the brain knows how to protect you, right? So my brain is not going to allow me to remember every lived experience or even think about every lived experience, because it's there to protect me. And sometimes we want to protect ourselves. We want to do what we want to do. So we're going to shield certain things out, right? So I never made the connection between being hazed and being abused, like somebody beating me, right? I just never did. And a lot of us don't. We don't realize how... Let me scoot my chair back. We don't realize how a lot of this stuff come from slavery. When you whooping your kids, when you whooping on people, paddles and all that, we not thinking about where that comes from. And y'all, listen, if y'all got psoriasis and dry skin, let me know what y'all use, because I am a picker and my skin keeps peeling right here, and I'm so tempted, and I keep picking it. And I got this black tar cream, and I have aloe vera gel, but I don't feel like it's doing what it needs to do. But there's several reasons why I'm making this video. Like I said, I don't want to make it long. I don't want to make it long. And I might make it public, because it is discouraging to me. I am speaking as a person of the Divine Nine. Like I said, I do not... These opinions and views do not represent the organization I'm with, Sigma Gamma Rho Sorority Incorporated, or any other org, but it as a Divine Nine, Black Greek letter organization, person that's held offices and positions, I'm knowing something what I'm talking about. All right. I'm not affiliated with any chapter. I'm just representing myself. All the things, and these things aren't new. We try to say, hazing is done with. We don't haze, but a lot of people know what's going on in the background. Oh, this is killing me. A lot of people know what's going on in the background, right? And we're staying silent. Now, going back to the young lady that died by suicide, I don't know the full details. We can't always say it's a chapter fault. She did go through with the process, but there's some sexual assault involved. Then her mom was saying and the young lady said on the video that was in her phone that she was gang stalked because she denounced, and stuff like that. So this is what's going to prompt my video. This is what is prompting my video. And I'm hopefully going to remember all the talking points that I wanted to quickly speak about real quick, because it's people asking questions. And what I don't understand is, right, if we keep saying it ain't no secret society, we not of the devil, we're not this, we're not that, why can't we simply answer certain questions, right? Like, I'm not saying we don't need to tell people what we do to abduct people. We don't, now, if you're religious, I do believe people should be honest about certain things. If a person that's of, certain faiths come to you, be like, hey, this will impact my decision, I really need to know, then we might need to want to be honest. But no one is worship, at least my organization, I'm not worshiping no Greek gods. I never worship no Greek gods. None of that. I can speak to that. All right, but getting back on the topic, because this is not what I'm here for. Speaking on certain things like the culture, we say do your research, and I'll say do your research, right? But truthfully, if we're being honest, research only going to take an interest so far, because certain things that sometimes end up online, they do take it off like they shouldn't be online. And just like, okay, I could say, do your research on Spain. It's only so much research you could do on Spain until you actually go there, pick which city you gonna go, which town or wherever you gonna go in Spain, Sevilla, Salamanca, Toledo, Madrid, until you go and experience it for yourself. right? Experience the food for yourself. Experience the culture. Yes, it's certain things I could do to prepare you, like you don't smile at men. You don't, what they say, don't bring Levi's. That's all the things they taught me in 2011. And they was right, you know, prior to me going to study abroad for 10 weeks. So it was supposed to be 12, but ended up 10, thank God. Loved it, but thank God. So it's certain things we should be able to address, right? Because we're inducting young people, we're inducting people that are spiritual, we're inducting people that really take their walk with God seriously. And we can't keep saying, and again, I'm not no denouncer. I'm gonna get on this. This video might be a little longer than I expected, but I'm gonna talk about it. God, I hope this video is under 25 minutes. I'm not a denouncer or renouncer, but I've never had an issue about when people did it. Because when we come in to the org, we posted pictures. Most of us had neophytes. I know we put our neophyte together. I was excited. I invited my friends, came from out of town. It was dope. It was great. Again, it's what it should be. It's a celebratory occasion, right? So I never had an issue when people denounce and renounce. My issue come in that, oh, now everything is so demonic and everybody going to hell except for you. That is what always, and I've always been vocal about that. So whatever I decide to do, no one can ever be like, she disingenuous, she fake, she woo woo woo, and be quiet. Because I'm telling you, God forbid. But if God ever told me to walk away from letters, from Greek letters, right? If somebody said that, I'm going to show you how Chicago and West Side I really am. Now, I'm a professional. Everybody know me to be nice. I'm about conflict resolution. But what we're not going to do is see people losing their minds, losing their lives, and acting like we're not doing nothing wrong. We're not, okay. I'm not even going to talk about what I went through, but when I was at undergrad, I'll briefly say, you know, I was pre-hazed. It was not by my organization because it wasn't even on campus. And I don't mind me, the old me back then. As long as you didn't put your hands on me, I was about it. I was with, you know, what comes with trying to come into an organization, because that's the expectation. Like, again, I'm going to say it again. I don't expect to be hit. I don't expect to be cursed out, called no dog, and eating onions, because I'll probably be sick and die for real with all the GI issues I have, right? So, you know, not being online, but people being interested in your pre-hazing was an whole interesting thing. And for me, you know, I never told one of my friends. They knew. They tried to set it off. People tried to get people kicked off campus. And I totally removed myself from that situation by what? Denying it, lying, right? And I'm not a liar, but trying to save those group of girls and denying it when people try to, you know, submit certain stuff and try to don't use me. With y'all beef with that org, don't use me. And I'm cool with them. But it rocked me for a very long time. And if I wasn't, quote unquote, strong, I would have left the university. I would have went to another school. And it's so many young ladies and young men, because I know someone that went through this he's a member of one organization, the D9, but he went through it with another organization. And he shared that with me. We both Scorpios, okay? So it's so crazy to me. And I just want to say, for the record, like, as loyal as I am, I waited for my org. I've had opportunities to be other orgs, but again, Sigma Gamma Rho, I didn't even always know who they were until I went to a Phi Beta Sigma probate, and I saw them strolling. And that was way later, kind of later in my undergraduate career. And like I said, I was not really interested in D9. I wanted to be a band Greek at a HBCU. I was a majorette captain in high school. Again, if y'all don't know this, I'm just going to lay it out. So I never was a person, I'll wear anything, any letters. Will I say I wanted to belong somewhat? Yes. Yes, but I could have did that undergrad. because it was a couple, I'm not to say I'm all that, whatever, but a lot of people like my personality. Some people, whatever, but most people do. And they like my gifts and what I bring and how committed and loyal I am. And that's real. So I just want to put that at the forefront. I'm not one of them people that's flip-floppy. Now, as I get older, as I get more into God, because it's levels into your understanding, your relationship with God. That's what a lot of people not really explaining. Oh, yo, walk with God and I had a soror and I just became inactive, literally a couple months ago over the summer. There's a soror that they brought in. They were happy about, excited about. And she denounced out of nowhere because of her religious beliefs. We did not see it coming. I didn't see it coming. Nobody saw it coming. Everybody was shocked. So I like to prepare people just in case, you know what? Because I want y'all to be shocked. Some things you're going to be shocked about. You need to be shocked about because it's not none of your business. But some things you can't be like, oh, well, you ain't going to ever be able to say I was flip-flopping. No, I'm going to let you. And if you do, whatever, you're lying. Lying to yourself. So seeing all these things and then my own lived experiences, it was something about when I saw them people say they beat him in his chest. Now, I'm not going to get too personal. I used to be a journalist. I worked for Chicago Sun-Times as a journalist and turned the age, I believe I was 14, 15. My grandmother was still alive, and I worked in the features department. I worked with Mary Mitch. I worked with some really heavy hitters. I was the youngest person there. It was 2 other people there. And I believe one was from Howard University. One was from he was either finna graduate high school or something. So they had 3 black people, 3 black interns. Never forget it, one of the best experiences of my life. And I interviewed 112 and the pictures are on my Facebook. What I want to say is, I lost my train of thought where I was going with this. But, I may have to write a book about some of these things. Because again, trauma and just me not thinking about, oh, I've been through this, I've been through this, I've been through that. But my sister, she, one of my youngest sisters, Jasmine, she almost died as a baby and she has some disabilities. She was malnutrition and stuff like that and had a hard time gaining weight until she developed hypertension and diabetes. And she was literally physically beat at school by the special education boys or whatever. And this is a true story. They put her in a locker before. See, it's a lot of things people don't know because how you gonna tell people they're gonna understand? They not. It's so much stuff. And I know black people, especially, we go through a lot of trauma and we be like, oh, we all went through that. We all went through. Everybody ain't get beat. And they're, when you think about, okay, so again, I might just have to put this stuff in the book, and then tell my story because I don't even feel comfortable talking about this in therapy. I've went to therapy for other things, but talking about family issues and abuse, lifetime type stuff, I don't feel comfortable unleashing that. But when I saw, they tried to lie, and of course they're gonna try to lie because they're gonna try to cover themselves. But for me, it's at that point, this is a loss of life. This is a loss of life. So y'all really tried it. It pissed me off and it hurt me so bad because he's a cute, young man. You could tell he was in a band. So we had that similarity. And it's just it could have been any of us. It could have been any of us. And I just feel like if we are not saying anything and we are doing things to hide in our hands just to protect our image, we are a part of the problem. And that's what I have a problem with. So, I shared that on our SG Road page. And, a lot of sorors, they always saying their hearts were heavy because I know my heart was heavy and it's raining. God is weeping. We are in a war is going on. We are in trouble. My whole thing for writing my status is because I feel like I would like, if we don't take a stand against, because there's more than one. So going back to that young lady that died by suicide, that pledged, that was a member of Alpha Kappa Alpha. I don't know if she renounced and went through with all that, but she denounced for sure. She was saying people was gang stalker, and that's true. Because at Iowa, and it wasn't just me, but I know other people, and that's for them to share. I'm not gonna say no names. They end up going with other organizations when they say, "Oh, I'm not interested. It's a real popular org. You know, I'm not interested in this organization." Them people did some crazy stuff, and they was calling my phone anonymous. And anonymously, and I had to finally say, "Hey, I know who this is, and if y'all keep calling my phone, this is where we could meet at." And I was serious. It was, y'all, I'm not saying I'm the baddest, because it's not even about that. For me, it's because I know I don't mess with people like that, and I don't start stuff. And I am a really sweet person, like, genuinely. I have my faults, like, I'm not perfect, you know, but I don't do, you know, I don't be on stuff like that. So if you continue to do that, then now you are triggering a certain thing and part of me, like as a human, that now it's finna be something different. Cause now you done cornered me and I have to defend myself. You get what I'm saying? So we cannot act like that's not emotional abuse. We don't play games with people to be like, "Oh, you not good enough." Even if we never lay a hand on you. I'm not saying we all do this. I'm not saying every chapter. Please don't misunderstand what I'm saying. Don't misconstrue what I'm saying. But a lot of still happens, and it happens. You know, and I want to answer a question. This is what I'm talking about. We should be able to answer certain questions publicly, because it hasn't dawned on us. I saw someone write a comment under one of the posts, you know, and he said, you know, "Oh, it's about the young lady." He was like, "Condolences to you know, you're telling the mom condolences to you, but AKA don't pledge no more." And you can't speak for another organization. And people can say what they don't do and still do it. I've seen it. I got friends that do it. We talk about great people, okay? But he was just saying, like, I've never seen white fraternities and sororities denounced, and they do, but I explained the difference. I have not received a response back. I said, maybe it's because with our organizations, with Black Greek letter organizations, we tell people it's a lifetime, what I was told, it's a lifetime commitment. Once you in until you DIE. Can we not say that's not major? That's not severe? That's not, you know what I'm saying? Like, you're pledging your life. Even when you do some of your oaths and rituals, and y'all, and we're going to leave it at that. So, of course, if a white fraternity and sorority has a understanding that this is while I'm in college, and, you know, I did Chi Omega or Delta 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 or what other organizations they may have. I don't know all of them. I only know some of them. Like, they're not gonna, it's not that expectation and all of the religious components, that it's not there, but it's there in Black Greek letter organizations. So we be capping, and we need to start being honest. And that's what I'm saying. So I don't know what I'm gonna do. But I have been, people have prophesied to me at my previous church to say I was under a covenant. They told me I need to leave, blah, blah, blah. Okay, that is not the reason why I would leave. The reason would be, okay, I joined because I thought I was serving, and I served. I did all that the great stuff. But I thought it was this, and it ain't this. Thank you, God. I joined because it's like a family. Can I say that the D9 is kind of like a family? Yes. But I can't say I feel that way right now. And especially where I live in a rural state. It's D9 here. The chapter I was in 2.5 hours away. Y'all got to understand, ain't nobody going to feel like it's family. You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like the sorors from my home team, I love them. I just saw them during November, during my 6th anniversary, my birthday month, and Founders Month. Okay, great. But they're all the way in Illinois, where I went to grad school. And I just feel like if we family, yo, D9 or org to org, one of my sources told me, like, you have to understand that when you're not financially, like, financially active, which I said I just became active a couple months ago, you're considered not like a member. When is that true? What part of the game is that? That's the BS people are talking about. When she said that, I swear to God in heaven, I wanted to give me all my money back for all this Perry I have in my closet, these roaches, everything, and nigga, bye. Because I'm stubborn like that. But I still love my org. I still love my sorors, the ones I love. But I do feel like Greeks, y'all looking to the wrong people. Everybody's losing people, and I'm not talking about y'all people that keep saying we demonic and stuff. Ain't nobody, please stop saying that stuff. We're not talking about misguided people. I'm talking about people that really are genuine. They want to know what's going on. They really want to do the research. Or they've lost a loved one, and it was because of a lot of bullying and hazing. Don't act like it's not a lot of bullies. It's graduate chapters that talk about how they're bullied. We're not just talking about no one org. We're talking about all of it. Some people they're not going to tell you. So if y'all looking for solace and some answers, this is what this video trying to do. Because y'all not going to get it. Y'all are not going to receive it from people that feel like they're elite and part of the talented 10th. Some people will, they'll say, oh, well, God bless you, I'm praying for you. That's not enough. We got to do more than pray, y'all. And I believe in prayer. Let me maybe make that clear. I'm a praying woman. Definitely believe in prayer. But without action is obsolete. The Bible says faith without works is dead. Okay, well, prayer without no action is inaction. And my glasses done dropped on the floor. Lord Jesus, y'all. Okay, that's my cue to hurry on now because we had 27 minutes. So I'm hoping that I cover everything. Like, that's y'all. I'm not saying, I want to denounce because first of all, that's not even really me. I have stayed in situations way too long and should have been gone, but I will tell you, it's stressful. It's stressful. When I think about the commitment and the time, and then it's like being in a relationship that was a lie almost. You just be like, all of it wasn't a lie, but most of it was a lie. And y'all, the older me, the newer Pamela that's metamorphosing and evolving, I'm not feeling. And it's not just Greek life. I'm going through a spiritual transformation as we speak. And it's just like, man, I'm me without the letters. I always been me. I always been self-made, like in real life. This ain't for play. This real, like y'all made with letters. Like I was doing what couldn't be done through the grace of God before the letters with God, So it's not a play thing. And like I said, if I wasn't strong enough, a lot of things I could have succumbed to. And some days I don't know how strong I am or, where my baseline, like my baseline gonna be as strong, as it used to be, because the more trauma or life you go through, one wrong thing, like when I lost my dad, that created me vomiting in the shower. My anxiety wasn't that bad when I was vomiting in those showers before. You know what I'm saying? But then I had to get some medication to help that. I'm not on medication anymore. But again, you lose a job. You lose a parent. You lose a child. God forbid. That stuff rock you. You go through stuff. People go through stuff in these white programs or in these programs. And you have to almost leave. I know people that have left programs, they ain't finished. It could, you get what I'm saying? That stuff changes you. It changes how your brain is formed and wired, just like alcohol and drugs. That's what trauma does. So that's why I said in the beginning of my video, it's very clear to me that a lot of us do not understand or care to understand how mental health, mental illness, how it is formed, how it works. And that really ties into why we have to take a stand against bullying and hazing in Greek life. Now, if it ain't important to y'all, just say that. Just say that. Because it's so clear. Because somebody, I ain't even going to mention it because it ain't worth mentioning. It ain't even worth mentioning. Some of y'all lost in the sauce. Y'all never going to be honest because you're not honest with yourself. And God going to rock you too. God going to bring you to your knees too. Because if it was your child, I know people that they in Greek letter organization, when they child got hazed, they in offices. We snitching. Now, like I said, I saved the whole org that I wasn't a part of or really trying to be a part of, to be honest with you. I ain't approached them. Yeah, y'all gonna be like, she thinks she. I'm just saying, I was trying to be cool, but that's all that the conversation happened a long time ago, but it's something I will never forget. You get what I'm saying? You see how this goes? So, all I'm saying is if we don't care, I'm a part of the wrong umbrella. All right, y'all. It was nice talking to y'all. It's 31 minutes. I don't even know if YouTube gonna let me upload this. Whew. With all thy ways gain an understanding. All right. Love y'all. Peace.